My name is Don Newman. I was senior parliamentary editor for CBC Television News, and I spent a lot of time watching the House of Commons. 40 years ago this week, TV cameras brought the House of Commons into our living rooms. Some people will tell you that this has cheapened our politics, but I say the opposite is true. It's made our democracy more democratic. Most Canadians have never seen it in person, and their first look at the House of Commons on television back in October 1977 proved quite a shock. Then as now, it was question period that attracted the attention. And then as now, it was no genteel exchange of views. It was and remains a political bear pit, where government and opposition members have 45 minutes a day to try and score political points. In fact, question period in the House of Commons is the de facto election campaign when there is no actual election called. And because of television, more rules on how question period operates became necessary. Shorter times to ask questions, less time to answer them. Go too long and the speaker stands up and the microphone of the offending MP is cut off, even if that MP happens to be the Prime Minister. And the thing that Canadians found the most disconcerting has been cancelled. Despite years of tradition, MPs no longer pound their desks with their fist to signal approval of a colleague. Now they just politely applaud. Those changes were brought about to improve the image of Parliament, but what hasn't changed is the critical work the House of Commons does that gradually changes, and hopefully improves, our country, such as the debate and passing of the bill to patriate the Constitution and include a Charter of Rights in December 1981. Free trade with the U.S., the Clarity Act, the apology to Indigenous Canadians for the system of residential schools. Because of television in the House, we've had an unobstructed view of it all. And there have been some bizarre moments too. Who can forget that moment in 1985 when MP Jim Fulton crossed the floor and put a BC salmon on Prime Minister Brian Mulroney's desk to draw attention to environmental issues? And poignant moments like December 2nd, 1994, when Calgary MP Jan Brown placed a yellow rose on the empty desk of Bloc Québécois leader Lucien Bouchard, who had just undergone an emergency operation to amputate his left leg. All in all, television has had a democratizing effect on the Commons. No longer are politics the sole preserve of the chattering classes. Not only is the Commons on TV, the whole political process is. Since television began in the House, just one federal election campaign has occurred without a televised party leaders' debate. Coverage of politics has greatly increased in the media in general, and especially with political programs on television itself. Provincial legislatures have opened their doors to television cameras. Some city and municipal councils have too. Even sessions of the Supreme Court are now televised, providing a learned and genteel counterpart to the feisty political arena. The question has always been, did television change Parliament? The answer, I think, is yes, but it changed it for the better. For The National, I'm Don Newman.